What would you do to get in? What am I talking about? I'm going to talk about the In Crowd from 2000 right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of another guilty pleasure, The In Crowd from 2000. Released by Warner Brothers for Morgan Creek. The film is a teen thriller flick directed by Mary Lambert, who you mostly know best for directing the original Pet Sematary and its sequel, as well as Madonna's Like a Prayer music video. The film stars Susan Ward along with Lori Heuring, Matthew Settle, and Nathan Bexton. Now, this film doesn't get a lot of talk about, so I don't think. So I'm going to try not to give this whole movie away. So, let's go on ahead and get into this. Our main character is Adrienne Williams. She's released from a mental institution as her former doctor, Henry Thompson, immediately tries to get her back on her feet by getting her a job at a country club, where she's introduced to the lifestyle of the snooty, rich, beautiful people. Well, she soon gets befriended by Brittany Foster, a young woman in the area, and takes her under her wing, accepting her as a part of a clique of wealthy teenagers. Well, apparently, Brittany's group of friends made comments about how much Adrienne looks like her older sister Sandra, who had moved away. Well, at first she enjoys being a close confidant of Brittany, but Adrienne soon begins to discover how twisted she is when Matt Curtis, an object of her affection, begins to show an interest in Adrienne. So that's when this suspense really begins and what have you. Well, not only that, soon Adrienne's revelation of Brittany is much more disturbing when she discovers that her older sister used to be the queen bee of this circle of friends, and that she often treated Brittany badly. So she turns out to be a real biatch. That's all I'm going to tell you about this movie, so I'm not giving you the rest of the story. That's the only bit of the story I'm going to tell you. If you got the guts to see this, go for it. But I'd say very unlikely I'd rather you didn't, because, well, there were some issues with the film and what have you. Actually, the film was originally supposed to get an R rating. However, a sexual scene between Brittany and Dr. Thompson was trimmed down. A same with Brittany and another character in this film, Kelly. Yeah. So apparently the MPA gave it a PG-13 rating. Well, it was MPAA, but now of course it's MPA to this day. Anyway, well, I can say it is kind of cheesy in ways this film is, despite the PG-13 rating. The film only made $5 million on a $13 million budget, and was heavily dissed and what have you. This didn't do so well. After it came out, I actually did get the video cassette release of it, and soon became a guilty pleasure. However, I soon later found out that in the UK, they actually got a DVD, the release of it on DVD. Well, a few months after its video cassette release. Now, although it says it's rated 12 in the UK, which is usually the equivalent of a PG-13 in the United States, it is in fact the actual R-rated version. Yes. Which I found out, I actually got to see this version for the first time ever. This version is actually on Amazon Prime. So, if you want to see something a little more, the In Crowd in a much more higher way, the way we should have seen it, yeah, this would be the best thing to do. I'd recommend you just stream this film, okay? Or don't think of buying this. Or if you're not interested in this, then I'm not going to say go ahead. But I'd say stream this and what have you. I mean, if you're into those films with younger chicks getting hooked on the big guys and what have you, you know, like Wild Things or Devil in the Flesh, which I'll be reviewing then its sequel later on, or The Crush, which was also from Morgan Creek. I'm just gonna say give it a try. But watch it on Amazon Prime though, because they've got the special uncut version, which is what was called rated R. It has a 16 plus rating, so henceforth that's the alternative to R rating. But actually, they would actually mean it would be an unrated version, as a matter of fact, to us, since the closing credits didn't have the MPAA logo beside the IATSE logo like most films do, which that's understandable. And that's what I found out after I had watched that version. But anyway, I did like how we got some performances. Lori Heuring really was good as Adrian. Susan Ward, who after this I would go on to see in the Jack Black film Shallow Hal, which I have been wanting to review, but that's on hold for now. Well, it's pretty good as Brittany. I mean, now we have let's see, Matthew Settle as Matt, another one of the characters, and let's see, Daniel Hugh Kelly plays Dr. Thompson. Yeah, let's see. And Nathan Bexton plays Bobby, who happens to be one of Brittany's friends. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say again, I wouldn't recommend you check this out unless you're into stuff like this. And again, just stream the movie. Don't buy it though. I'd say stream it on Amazon Prime because they've got the actual uncut, or should I say unrated version, which was actually to be R-rated. So enough said. But if not, then I can't say I didn't try. The rest of the cast and characters are kind of hit or miss. The story is okay and what have you. Oh yeah, and one of the inmates at the mental institution is a redhead chick named Tanya. She's played by Hera Stevens, who the following year would play that crazy redhead librarian Jill, I think was her name, in Tomcats, which I recently reviewed last month. Yeah, I almost didn't know that was her until I checked, and now you know. But if you have seen the in crowd, tell me what you thought about in the comment section below. Click the like button below too if you like this. Subscribe to my channel. Be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of a former guilty pleasure of mine. And you guys are in for a rude awakening when you find out what is one of the worst films that has ever existed. Freddy Got Fingered with Tom Green, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out these other reviews. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Crush, the actual film that originally introduced us to Alicia Silverstone before Clueless, which I still have yet to review that. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Wild Things. Or if you just want to not think of this, just click the video on the bottom left-hand corner. That's a review of a film I just talked about, which Mary Lambert did. The original Pet Cemetery from 1989. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.